Hello, everyone. Did I spook you? Probably not, to be honest. Because, I mean, look at me. Nothing about me is scary. Because I couldn't be scary if I tried. Ooh, I'm the cozy ghost. I didn't have a real costume. Okay, I didn't have a real costume. But I thought this would be fun because, like, I can be cozy and also try to be Halloween-like. Forgive me. Anywho, welcome to the Reaction Sleepover. This is the series where we get cozy and we react to stuff. And today is Spooky Edition. I don't know if many of you know this about me. I watch a lot of like horror Let's Plays. I enjoy watching that. I've seen horror movies and like thrillers a couple times, but most of the time I need the buffer of a YouTuber to handle it. And even then I get too scared. Not when I was younger though. When I was younger, I would watch things with headphones on in the dark at nighttime. Now I'm a wimp. Anyway, what was I saying? I came across a subreddit called TwoSentenceHorror, and so I thought it would be fun to react to these. To read the spoops, react to them, and like just chat about them, because you know me, I never shut up. This is the perfect avenue for Amanda. Like, you literally give her 2 sentences and she can probably talk for a very long time, which you'll probably see is this video is probably very long, because I had the pleasure getting permission from the people who wrote these short horror stories. Way more responded than I ever expected, so thank you to all of you. I appreciate it so much. But worry not. No spoilies have been had here. I made sure of it. But honestly, it was so fun to like make it more collaborative, to like ask people directly if I can use their content, like to react to and chat about. I haven't been a good example of that in the past, so that's something I want to improve on and make it more collaborative, and it's just way more fun this way, in my opinion, because it was a blast interacting with these people. So be sure to go give these authors some love, because they, you know, made some fun work that we're going to be reacting to, and you'll be able to do so by checking the link in the description to all of them. It's going to be a big description box this week. So yeah, like I said, we'll read these and feel the shivers down our spine as we love and hate. If you're into this kind of stuff like I am, we'll theorize, because it's kind of cool. Like, the less is more idea. It's like the less you're given, the more like your imagination just goes, and that's why I thought this would be fun to do. Should I keep the hood on? I'm thinking about it. Commit to the comfy ghost. Right, without further ado, grab your cozies and snackies, and let's head on to the spooky. Yes, Captain, we've been given the go-ahead to harvest every photon from this star system. Days later, a shaman atop a pyramid shivered and begged his gods to forgive his people for all they had done to the people they conquered. Wow. Interesting. Every photon? How would you harvest a photon? Isn't that like a thing of light? We're all just cats trying to catch the light. I love stuff like that though. Like, I love space related things, so I just love this one. That's what photons are. It's just ghosts with laser pointers for us dumb humans. Look at the light!
And embrace your doom.
Begged his gods to forgive his people for all they had done to the people they conquered. Interesting. So is this... Oh, I'm stupid. I get it now. So the people in space trying to harvest the photons, a shaman on the ground is like, is this god like punishing us? Oh, that must be so scary. That would be horrifying. Imagine if like light just starts disappearing. I'm totally assuming that's what photons are. Let me, it is a tiny particle that comprises waves of electromagnetic radiation. So light, quantum of the electromagnetic field. Light and radio waves. I knew light was in there somewhere. Assuming, if I'm understanding correctly, and I might be totally wrong because I'm dumb, but like light just starts disappearing, and so like, of course people are like, what is happening? The world is over. That would be so scary. Oh, just think about what that would be like. Just all the light disappearing. Because like we would die very quickly without the sun. Have you heard like when the sun eventually will like expand. I forget what the term is, but like it'll like blow up like crazy and consume us and everything around it, and then it'll turn into a dwarf planet? I don't know. It's been so long since I've like taken those classes and stuff. The first time I learned about it was 5th grade, I believe. I remember being so fascinated by it, along with the idea that the planet is rotating at the rate of your nail growing. I don't know why I did this. Playing my tiny violin for the apocalypse. Like, I wonder if, say that happened right now, would we even be able to comprehend it happening? Like, would things get dark and then we die? Because I don't even think it would take that long. I don't know. That's what I think. It would be great if we just if we weren't even aware of it happening. We just... Everything goes dark. All right, how many tangents was that? Jeez, Amanda. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is fun. When my little boy asked to play cops and robbers with me, I let him be the cop. I wish I had noticed sooner that it wasn't a toy gun he was holding. Jimmy, now! But in all seriousness, oh my, this is why you store weapons properly. Like, if you're gonna have one, take care of it. Although that could be a really interesting start to like a horror film or something, or a short film, where like, you know, the way I'm reading it, I'm comprehending it, like, first of all, is like, oh, it's an accident. But like, what if it was purposeful? What if Jimmy has bad intentions? That would be a really cool premise for like a horror something, you know? There are a lot of really cool, like, you know, just short films out there, just really talented people making good stuff. There was one that I saw especially that like, it was like professional. It was fantastic. It's really cool how many like creators can create such amazing things with so little these days. Like, you don't need to have a lot to make something, you know? I mean, of course, like, if you want to make something that's movie quality, yeah, like, you need movie quality things, but more and more it's possible, which is so awesome. Like, I didn't even know what was the movie. It was Look at Me? No, that's not right. Something Me. YouTubers made it. It's a new movie. I might have to like put a picture of it. Why can't I remember it? Play With Me? No, that's incorrect. Talk to Me. Ah, it was Talk to Me. Yeah, YouTubers made that. And it's like one of, I think they even got like Rotten Tomatoes stuff. Like, so cool. No, but that would be like, oh, Jimmy. Cool horror premise though. The best bait to use should always give them hope, I explained, but you always want to practice catch and release. As I cast my line into the vast burning lake of fire. Are we on Venus? I watch the desperate souls clamoring to it in a frenzy, not realizing whomever I pluck out is only going to be thrown right back in. Oh, poor souls. I must be talking about hell. Could make sense if Venus was actually hell. It's where we go next. I just assume all of us just go. No one's saved. Good hope in humanity, Amanda. Well, that's the funny thing about Venus, if you know anything about it. It's like Earth's twin. In a lot of ways, like in mass and in size, shape, like stuff like that. But it's hot. I think every instrument they've sent, it inevitably burns up, because of course it does. It's described as a paradise, but it ain't so paradisey in reality over there. You ever get a chance to take like an astronomy class or go to a club, do it. It's so cool. Space is amazing. But yeah, definitely very horrifying. I'd like to think a lot of these stories I'm gonna read are going to be a mix of like horrifying and then some are spooky. So I'm hoping for some spooky things too. But you know, all is welcome. All shivers down the spine. I appreciate the way you wrote it too. Very descriptive. Well done. I never liked the posters that hung in my daughter's room. She always told me that she would join them. Bundy, Gacy, and Holmes. Why are your kids so creepy sometimes? Because this must be like a young child. Young children, they're always saying creepy things. They have like imaginary friend. It's like, Kevin didn't like that. And you're like, who's Kevin? Oh, just that idea though, like she would join them. It's like, can you just stick to Paw Patrol? Stop this. I'm seeing in the comments that this is related to a movie, which I'm under a rock, so I'm very unaware. Am I supposed to know who Bundy, Gacy, and Holmes is? Sounds vaguely familiar for a weird reason, but yeah, very, hitting that unnerve factor. Good job. After my grandfather. Oh, sheesh. I'm from Downton Abbey now. Imagine me in this getup showing up to Downton Abbey. People will be very concerned about me. And there is a correction that the OP told me is in the title, so I will say the correct word. After my grandfather died, I played his favorite song, which he had always whistled along to. I wasn't sure how to feel when the whistling continued after the song did. Hi, Pops! Someone commented this one's kind of sweet. Yeah, it's sweet! It's sweet! He's a benevolent ghost. Which does give me the vibes of yes, but like also, woo! Just here. You ever stop it, he gets angry.
Keep it playing!
Okay, Grandpa, I'm trying to sleep.
No sleep, only song!
Because, like, even if it's sweet, it's also so unnerving. Because it's like, this ain't quite right. Go to the light, Grandpa. Leave me in peace. Now, this next one is going to be coming from Nether Plays VR, and they were very generous and said, hey, you can read multiple of my stories, so we're going to do that right now. Huge thanks to you. Go give them some love. They are so awesome. In the eerie silence of a dimly lit hotel corridor, a guest's curiosity led them to perceive an anomalous ice machine. I don't know why that's so funny. Ooh, come get some ice. I won't eat you. I wonder what that would look like. An anomalous ice machine. Anyway, as they pressed the non-existent button, a sinister presence materialized, initiating a Zalmunna event. Zalmunna? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably gonna say, where a nightmarish entity surgically harvested cubes of flesh and bone from their paralyzed body while the world remained oblivious to their torment. No way. I don't know what I saw coming, but it wasn't that. Well, I mean, I think I had an idea of like, it's this weird looking ice machine. There must be some monster there that's going to do something to me. I won't eat you. Makes sense it's related to having things in cubes. The OP actually has some context on it. This describes the behavior of SCP-5172. It is a phenomenon that affects guests at North American hotels. It involves the false perception of ice machines that do not exist, leading to a series of events that culminate in a horrifying entity, the SCP, surgically harvesting cubes of flesh and bone from the victim's body as they lie paralyzed during sleep. Oh no! That's so scary. I mean, at least it's during sleep. It would be even worse if they were like awake. The phenomenon is associated with a false memory that affects a significant portion of the North American population, and those who initiate the Zalmunna event are likely to suffer injury or death. I mean, yeah! Cubes of flesh and bone, what, you become human cheese? Dude, I love SCP things. Again, I watch horror Let's Plays. SCP was always like one of those really interesting things because the world of it is so vast. It's so cool how creative a lot of these monsters are. I love SCP stuff. In the moonlit barn, the hungry squeals of the pigs grew louder as they feasted on the grotesque remains of a human. Isn't that the gruel you're looking for? Their eyes reflecting a sinister hunger that sent shivers down my spine. Ugh! Hungry pigs! Now you are the bacon! Retribution is nigh! What chilled me to the bone is realizing that there was no way out, and I was next in line to become their gruesome banquet. Oh my gosh, that is so spooky! The no way out. Oh man. Don't disrespect Miss Piggy. She'll send her mob after you. I would not be surprised if Miss Piggy was secretly a mob boss. Late at night, a mysterious figure in a surgical mask appeared, asking if she was beautiful. When she unveiled her face, all that remained was a gruesome, eternal smile that froze anyone who dared to answer. Hey, Melina! Oh, that kind of stuff? Man, so unnerving. But it's like, again, like that morbid fascination though. Like it's unnerving, but it's like you can't look away from it. That kind of stuff has always like chilled me to the bone. Like the unnaturally big smiles. But many games I've watched and like and many like stories I've read and stuff, like horror related things, are like, I don't really sleep that night, but it's fine. Who needs it? Oh, dude, this is good writing. As we gathered around the Thanksgiving table, I couldn't shake the strange aroma that filled the air. Strange to say. It wasn't until I noticed the family recipe book, stained with red fingerprints, that I realized the horrifying truth about our holiday feast. That better be tomato. It's just tomatoes and everything. That's why it was horrifying. Everything is overwhelmed with tomato. Have you ever eaten ketchup? I almost said tomato sauce. Same thing. You ever eaten tomato ketchup by itself? You can't eat sauces by itself. No wonder it's horrifying. That would be actual torture. Just someone ties you to a chair and just you have to eat ketchup. I wonder if you could live off ketchup. Wasn't there a thing that said you could live off honey? I don't know how true that is. Be interesting if it was. Within the desolation of an abandoned site, I love abandoned sites, an ominous aura hung heavy, concealing the horrifying events that had I'm so sorry. This is why I could never be like a audiobook reader. Immersion, concealing the horrifying events that had unfolded there. The unspoken terrors of the past whispered through the rustling leaves, leaving those who dared to approach with an unshakable sense of dread. Oh, I love stuff like that. I love just the unnerving, like some of the best horror games, horror movies, just horror content, like play the most. All right, I'm taking off the hood. I can't handle it anymore. They play the most off of your like suspicions, off of your paranoia. You want to see or make a well-crafted horror story, you play off of the paranoia, because like human paranoia is so strong and it creates like horrifying, like incredible things. You know, the same like in every day, like if you look too far, if you look too much in the darkness, like at night, like if you're just in your bed, like you start to see things because that's your brain like forming things out of the shapes. That's why seeing a pile of laundry on your chair is so horrifying. As much as it's scary, like that's why I love it. Like it's unnerving. It's stuff like that. And again, I'm a wimp. I could never like play those games myself. But although I have thought about playing Amanda the Adventurer, I mean, purely because my name is in it and it could be fun to like scare myself silly. All right, and last one from this OP. In the depths of a long abandoned factory. Yes, more abandoned places. I love it. Sorry, I get excited every time abandoned anything is mentioned because I love abandoned things, especially when it gets like overgrown and stuff. Okay, let's focus. In the depths of a long abandoned factory, the ghostly whispers of forgotten workers can still be heard, their anguished cries echoing through the decaying machinery. Oh, especially if you're hearing like the squeaking of machinery, but it also sounds like screams. Oh, that would be so fantastic in like film form or video game, you know, just like in that visual aspect. They were sacrificed to feed the insatiable hunger of a malevolent, long-dormant engine, now awakening once more to claim its dreadful toll. You woke it up! This is why you don't go to abandoned things! As much as they... I mean, it's the siren effect. You see abandoned things. It would draw in suckers like me saying, it's so beautiful! And then suddenly there's a giant trap waiting to eat me. This would be me. I would be the dummy going to this place being like, oh, and then I'd wake up the horrifying monster and it becomes hungry again. So again, huge thank you to Nether Plays VR. Go check them out. They are a lovely human. So generous. Thank you, dude. And you touched on all the things I love about like horror things, is the unnerving, the paranoia, just the creepy atmospheres. I love that you did SCP because SCP is like, I love SCP stuff. So glad I came across yours. Someone called me. Ew. I almost screamed as the monster under my bed yanked me under and held my mouth shut. But after hearing gunshots and screams from my parents' room, I realized there was a real monster somewhere else in the house. Oh man, when the monster is actually your friend. It's like on regular nights, it's essentially pranking the kid, but once I heard there was actual danger, it's like, oh no, come here. What a good monster. Leave the closet door open tonight. We miss watching you in your sleep. I shan't, sir. Thank you. Please don't. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I know you'd like that, but I'd rather not. Have any of you ever actually like had that, like being scared that like something's watching you in your sleep? I don't know if I ever really had that fear. I mean, technically I think I did for a little bit because I remember I came downstairs. I think like most of my family was watching a movie, or at least a couple of them were. I know my mom was there. And they were watching, I think it was Sleepy Hollow, or is it Sleepy Hollow, right? Yeah. And I think it was at the end of the movie, and I happened to see a couple of scenes that traumatized me. My little eyes were not ready to see that. And that's how I became afraid of vampires for a very long time. I would like hike up the sheets to my neck as if that would save me. For a few years, I refused to not have it right at my neck. So I guess technically I was afraid of vampires watching me, but I was more afraid of them eating me. And also this creator wanted me to share a fundraiser to help a domestic violence victim. So if you're able to donate, the link's gonna be in the description, or if you could share it, do what you can to help out this person. And I think I'll also put a link to just an overall donation because that always needs more help and more love. So do what you can, okay? And thank you for that short story. That one was just one sentence, and that's got me. Woo! I'm so glad I'm doing this during the day. By the way, I don't think I could do this at night. Not without crying. Due to recent incidents, the airline is now requiring all of its pilots undergo a mandatory mental health evaluation every 6 months. Keep in mind that answering yes to any of these questions will lead to your immediate firing and blacklisting from the industry. That feels way, way too real. Just like, we're required to, but we don't actually care.
Screw you too.
Mental health is very important. Be sure to take care of yourself. Whatever you do, do not stop screaming. That is way more horrifying than don't scream. Does it count to like take a breath? And what happens if you stop screaming? Oh, the implications. Is it a human? Is it a monster? Ooh, it's like the reverse of A Quiet Place. It's like, as opposed to like not making as little noise as possible. And with this one, you have to keep making noise. Otherwise, it's gonna get you. Oh, that's so scary. You have to constantly be like blasting music, constantly be screaming. But if it's only screaming, then like making a whole bunch of other noise wouldn't help you. No. Is it even possible to like be continually screaming? Maybe what we have to do is like, I'm like in this survival like mindset now. It's like, okay, you're with people. If there's monsters, well, like, you have to constantly be screaming. Also, goodbye to your eardrums, I guess. And you can't scream forever. Oh no, there's no way to win this. Although, you know what? Okay, back to the survival thing. One person screams and then they trade off, or, you know, you have to get like a choir of people screaming and people trade off, but you have to like do it in phases so that the screaming continues to keep the monsters at bay. And you have to keep going, and then the people who are not actively screaming, like, they have to do everything they can to like drink plenty of water, like go get rest. Because you have to scream. Everyone has to scream, and they have to do it in rotations. Otherwise, if anyone stops for even a second, then it's all over. How horrifying would that be? That would be such a unique story too. Although you wouldn't really be able to watch that. That'd be way, way too loud all the time. Speaking... Thank you, water. I'm excited to consume you too. How about you don't consume me? I'm okay. Although I guess even if it's landing on my skin, I'm still consuming it just through my skin. Anyway, speaking of water. What a fascinating concept. And, you know, this is just what I came up with, like, that you always have to be screaming, and assuming you can't use any other like noisemaker or anything, like it has to be screaming. Ooh, what if you could record screaming? Does that count? Because maybe you record it and then you have to just blast it on a speaker over and over again. So many implications. The theories, the lore. Oh, thank you for that. Like, this, isn't it so fun? Like, I think this was technically one sentence that they just split up. One sentence. They came up with a whole story. Telling you, less is more. It's fun. My toys were boring me, so I spiced things up with this one simple trick. I pretended to be different gods, each proclaiming their version as the ultimate truth over thousands of years, and now my playthings are fighting over me. Oh. It just clicked. Interesting. It very well could be. Who knows? My brain tried to be all wholesome at first. It was like, oh, it's like a child. There's gonna be some wholesome. Yeah, wholesome's definitely a good word to still describe a deranged child who like burns their dolls. So wholesome. But yeah, that's who really knows? That's the thing. Man, getting to the end of that and like realizing like what this was saying, it hit sort of like, I don't know, just that whole existential state of mind, you know? Like it hit that button in my head, realizing that we're just little dots on a big floating rock in a very, very, very large universe. Is it like actually verified that there are aliens? That was a thing a while back. I think the joke went around, it's like, oh, no one actually cares. Figures. I don't know, I'm curious of like how verified was that really? Like they showed footage of like alien bodies, but then someone came out saying they were fake, so I don't know. What do you guys think about like the possibility of there being other life out there? Personally, I'm pretty for it. Like do you know, can you even comprehend how many galaxies there are? I highly doubt we're the only ones, and given how far away, like even our closest one, Andromeda, we can't get to that. We can't get to that. I think we're on a collision course for that. That's fun. Anyway, There are so many, like countless, literally countless. I feel like there's gotta be others. There's no way that our solar system is the only like habitable one. You know? You know? Tell me what you think. When the apocalypse hit, my mirror was the only thing keeping me company. But suddenly I blinked and my reflection is gone. That's truly horrifying. It's like I became a vampire instantly, I guess. It's like really setting in. Like, what happened to it? Where did it go? Is my reflection this whole time just another version of me? Like, it's an interdimensional thing? I can't say the word. Interdimensional thing? That, like, what we happen to see is really just another version of ourselves in, like, a mirror thing? And when the apocalypse hit, it couldn't bear to watch it anymore. Ooh! That would be fascinating. I mean, that's what I think of. Like, the apocalypse hit, so the other version of yourself, your like parallel version of you, couldn't handle seeing it. So after you blinked, it went away. Couldn't handle it. Or the other side of me is like, your reflection is some kind of monster, and maybe you blinked and it's gone, because now it's behind you. Does anyone agree with those theories? Do you have any other theories? Give me your theories. Give them to me. I saw no harm in my twin boys playing dentist. That is, until I found a pile of teeth too small to belong to anyone in the house. No. No. Where do those teeth come from? Like rats, maybe? Like rodents? That's like the most comforting thought, but apparently the OP said, no, not rats. Why would you do this to me? How could you take away my one hope of this even remotely making sense? It's still horrifying, but at least it would be like, nope, yeah, nope, that would still be horrible. Nope. That is, I am frightened. The day the ocean stilled, everyone panicked. Years later, when we all accepted the stillness as reality, we saw the first ripple. What if that ripple was like something alive in there? Oh, that's what immediately comes to mind for me. Also, just the idea that the ocean just stills completely? Why? Because it's not even like that it's frozen, it's that it's just like not moving. What would happen if that happened? Let's suspend reality and imagine like if there were like suddenly the ocean just stopped moving. Does that mean all living things in it and on it also stop moving? Is it like, does it become like Jello or something that, no, because Jello would move a little bit too, but would it be like how would that affect just like the life in the ocean? And imagine what, because you know the moon also affects the tides. What happens there? Would that like mess anything up? Oh, that is so interesting. And also just very, can you imagine you step out if you have like an ocean view or something and the ocean is just still. How scary is that? Just like I love space, I love the ocean and the idea of a natural thing in this world that I love just like not being alive anymore, essentially. That'd be so... Can you imagine how much more quiet it would be? Because I wonder how much noise the ocean creates. You know, like the ocean waves and stuff, but like, I wonder if that would affect any other sounds. Like the kind of thing where when you hear the fan or some kind of white noise in the background and you become like used to it, I wonder how silent that would be. It would have to be completely silent, right? Because it's just still. It's not moving. Would life just die out in the ocean? Just what would happen? Just so many implications of what that would mean for both us and just for the planet overall. That's a cool one. And then the second sentence, dude, we saw the first ripple. I don't know if that's comforting or not, because what if that's some kind of like the ice cube thing? Something's coming to life? Because it's like the same in the other direction now. That like now that we're so used to it, because that would be just as like unsettling, you know? That is so unsettling. I love it. I love that one. Ooh, imagine the usually chaotic oceans going completely still. Then a single ripple travels long enough for people to see. Yeah, because where would it originate from? And what would have caused it? And just like a single ripple just going. That is so interesting to think about. And terrifying. 6 months ago, after finding out that I had a deadly disease and only have 1 year left to live, I made a deal with the devil for 3 more. Yesterday, scientists announced they found a cure. Of course! Thanks for that timing! Oh man, imagine like making a deal with the devil and then finding out that you could have just gotten the cure. If you're in America, certainly not for free. But, you know, the fact that you could have gotten a cure instead of making probably a terrible deal with the devil. Just a very horrible prank on this person. Which, can you be surprised? It's the devil. That's like horrifying in a very annoying kind of way. It's like I'm both horrified, but I'm also annoyed. I didn't survive first contact. I'm nothing special though. Nobody did. How's your consciousness aware that you didn't survive it? Where did you go? How are you aware that no one else survived either? Oh, I hate that. Because I could open up if this is like if this is like an introduction to like a book or something, that could be like their intro to being a ghost. Because it's like, I'm nothing special though, nobody did. And then they're like, wait, why do I know that? And they realize they're a ghost and they have to go do things to put themselves to rest. I wonder what first contact means. First contact. Like maybe first contact on a planet or something? We were like going to another planet and say it's on like a completely new planet, like habitable, like we had planned to go, and that if we're speaking from the first person, I didn't survive first contact. Nobody did. But let's assume like now you're a ghost and everyone else is just gone and now you're just all alone on this planet that you can't even interact with. Oh, at best you'd have to wait for more to come, but that would even assume that they could come and help put you to rest. That's the whole idea, right? Like as a ghost you can't really do anything. Like you need someone living to do it. At least from what I've seen. That would be horrifying. But even just that idea of like nobody did. It's like, oh, great. I've realized my ex-boyfriend had been stalking me since my car accident. I've noticed him dressing up as coworkers and friends, imitating almost perfectly, but I'm sure if I kill one of his personas, I can end this. Personas? Is he like possessing people? Did he die? And he's like, oh, no, I don't think it's that. It's, oh no. There's so, I'm like, it's hitting me how much paranoia this is. Since your car accident, and we have no like further context of like he was involved in any way, and like, is he some kind of shapeshifter? Because like dressing up as coworkers and friends, imitating almost perfectly. And it's like, you like, if he's some kind of shapeshifter, you need to like kill him. What if it's not him? What if it's actually one of your coworkers or friends? No! That would be a really good premise for a story. Man, oh man, oh man! The paranoia in that would be so great. That's where my mind goes. Not like literally them trying to dress up as other people and it being completely obvious that it's them. But more just like they're a shapeshifter of some kind. I don't know if that was the implication, but that's what I got. Mommy, I'm scared. Despite my pleas, she continued to push me along up towards the mouth of the volcano, where the other children were. I will fight you, woman. This story is a perfect example of reading something like this and feeling so helpless. Something horrible is happening, and you can do nothing. You just have to read and wait for something to happen. Is it like some kind of, I mean, it's gotta be like sacrifice. Gives that vibe. Oh, and it's there. I'm gonna fight this woman. That's your child. Man, this one's a perfect mixture of I'm scared and I'm mad. Like, come here, woman. You and me are gonna have a fight right here to see who falls into the volcano. That should appease the gods, right? My fan's turning on. Have a small break. Get up and stretch. And this is actually another creator that they were very sweet and told me that I could read multiple of theirs, so here we go. We're gonna do that. I laid a handful of pills in front of my patient and told him to take 2 after each meal every day. Then the nurse rushed towards me yelling, "Henry, how many times do I have to tell you not to hand out pebbles as medicine to fellow patients in the institute?" Henry, what do you think you're doing? Pebbles is not medicine. Oh man. Oh, how many people did that? Oh no. Because what if this is like the person they were able to catch Henry going to next? Oh no. Pebbles? Pebbles is very incorrect. Where did he find the pebbles? I don't think Henry should be able to even have pebbles. Oh my goodness. Henry. Nope. No, Henry. Please don't. That's my thing. Were they able to catch Henry right away? How many people had he gifted the pepper medicine? The pedicine. They called me crazy when I kept insisting that the men in suits were always following me. Good. Now I can just plead insanity in court when they'll find the bodies of the FBI guys. Oh! Problem taken care of. I suppose. Tax evasion? Who said that? Yeah, they certainly won't. Yeah, they definitely won't be an issue anymore. At least not those ones. It makes you wonder if this person believed that they weren't FBI guys. That they were like something else coming after them. At least thinking in like the horror aspect. That's what immediately came to mind for me. The way it's written, very, very well done too. Just like, oh, that is very horrifying. All right, we're gonna start coming to a close because this is gonna be the last one we're gonna read. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the prettiest among them all? The mirror answered, the one whose skin you'd worn yesterday. That one's got me. That's a good one. That is truly so bone-chilling, and I love it. Because again, I love these because we get no other context. This is it. This is what we get. Our minds piece together whatever comes in. I can't even speak right. This one's got me flabbergasted. Oh, that's like the perfect just horror movie villain. Like, oh man, that would be such a fun spin on like, you know, mirror mirror on the wall, like the evil queen. And maybe you could even play out that like, oh, she's, you know, the normal, like she's jealous of these women, but maybe as the viewer, you don't realize this is what she's doing until you get to a climax where you like see her doing it or something. Because you start noticing that like a bunch of women keep disappearing. Oh, that'd be so scary. But very creative if someone did that. Well, I'll put this on for the end of the video. Thank you for being here. I hope you stuck around. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to read a bunch of these and like theorize and like, you know, just talk about them. And as usual, try to cope with some humor because these things are scary. And again, a huge thank you to Dramatic Coast for allowing me to read multiple of their stories, as well as everyone who has agreed to let me read their stories and be goofy and theorize and all of that in this video. It was really fun. I hope you agree. And when it comes to reading people's work and reacting to it and commenting on it, I hope to continue doing it this way, where I can make it collaborative with them. I hope you're doing well, but if not, I hope this video has brightened your day at least a little bit. I realize I didn't say Happy Halloween at the beginning. Happy Halloween! Hope you are doing good. Hope you've had fun, gone to parties, gone trick-or-treating, whatever. I appreciate you all very much. Thank you for being here. Horror stuff is just interests me, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna go. Love and appreciate you guys, and I'll see you later. This cozy ghost is gonna go never sleep again.